this circuit. The slight difference is that in this circuit I need to find the equation of I1 of t as well as I2 of t. Till type 18 in earlier 3-4 cases we were only dealing with I of t, but in this case we need to deal with I1 of t as well as I2 of t. So let's have a look how to do it. It's almost 90% similar to previous case. Only 10% just like slight changes for it. Very simple, have a look. So again 3 cases. And first, t equal to 0 minus. T equal to 0 minus, the circuit will remain open as it is, so there will be no current flowing. Because the arrow indicates it will go down only at t equal to 0 plus condition. So let's do it for t equal to 0 plus condition. For t equal to 0 plus condition, my dear friends, circuit will behave having a 100 volt, the switch is closed, having 10 ohm resistance, having 5 ohm resistance, having an inductor. The inductor in this case will oppose the current. Since it was an initial condition, no current was flowing in before. So your circuit will behave as open circuit. Again you have a resistance 5 ohms. So now find the current of I1 and I2. If I see I1, the circuit is open, so the I1 is nothing but equal to 0 amperes. If I talk about I2, the I2 is the outer path. In outer path I have 2 resistance, add them. So I getting it 15 I2 of 0 plus equal to, the current enters into negative, so it will be positive. So find the I2 value, which you get in this case is 100 divided by 15. The value which you get in this case is 6.66 amperes. So let's go for t greater than 0 plus, because ultimately our aim is to find I of t. So for third case, t greater than 0 plus. For t greater than 0 plus, my dear friends, your circuit will behave 100 volts, switch as close as it is, 10 ohms, 5 ohms, 0.1 Henry, this will be your I1 of t, this will be your I2 of t. So apply the KVL in the above equation. KVL in loop 1. If I apply KVL in loop 1, add both the resistance. So I get 15 I of 0 plus the value of voltage across inductor will be L di by dt. So value of L is 0.1. It is d1 0 plus upon dt. So if you observe, in 10 ohms there are 2 current flowing. One is I1, one is I2. So if both are flowing in the same direction, so it will be 10 I2 equal to, the current enters into negative, so it will be positive. So it will be equation number 1. I cannot get the equation of I1 and I2 simultaneously. Either I need to get equation of I1 first or I2 first. It depends upon which differential part which I am getting it. Either I am getting d1 upon dt or I am getting di2 upon dt. So if you observe in this case, the equation which I am getting is di1 upon dt. That means initially I will be getting I1 of t, then with respect to that help I can get I2 of t. So if you rearrange it properly, so you will be getting 0.1 d1 upon dt plus 15 I1 0 plus 10 I2 0 plus equal to 10. So apply KVL in loop 2. Once apply KVL in loop 2, so the outer part, how many resistors are having over there? 2. Add them. If you add them as 15 I2 0 plus. But again, in 10 ohms, you have current I1 as well as flowing. Since both are in the same direction, so it will be less than I equal to the voltages. So if you enter in negative, it will be positive. So I need the first equation only in terms of I1. So I need to remove the I2. So from this equation, find the value of I2. So your I2 will be 100 minus 10 I1 0 plus upon divide by 15. That will be equation number B. So put this equation, previous equation which you got. So equation which you got before is 0.1 d1 0 plus upon dt is 15 I1 0 plus 10. The value of I2 is nothing but 100 minus 10 I1 0 plus upon 15 equal to 100. Simplify it, so it will be 0.1 di1 0 plus upon dt plus 15 I1 0 plus. Then equation will be 10 divided by 15. The value will be nothing but 0.66. 10 divided by 15. So 0.66 into 100. So it will be 66.6 plus 0.66 into 10. It will be 6.6. Sign is negative equal to 100. So rearrange it onto combine all the I1 term together, and the number should be shifted towards your RHS. So it will be 0.1. So it will be 15 minus 6.66. The value which you get is 8.4 I1 0 plus equal to, next will be 100 minus 66.6. The value which you get is 33.4. So compare this equation, my dear friends, with the standard equation. The equation which you get is di1 upon dt plus pi1 is equal to q. So compare with the equation. If you observe the equation, the coefficient of di1 upon dt should be equal to 1. If the coefficient should be equal to 1, that means the number in the above equation is you're getting it, you need to divide by 0.1. Since to make the coefficient as 1, so the term which you get is 8.4 divided by 0.1. So value which you get is 84 I1 0 plus equal to, next 33.4 divided by 0.1. So value which you get is 334. If you compare the upper equation, you'll get the value for P. The value for P is 84 and the value for Q is 334. So now get the equation for I of t. Yeah, I of t is nothing but equal to e raised to minus pt integration q e raised to pt into dt plus k into e raised to minus pt. Put the value of p and q in the above equation. So you get I of t is equal to e raised to minus 84 into t. Your q is nothing but 324 into e raised to 84 into t into dt plus k into e raised to minus 84 into t. So integrate the above equation. So I of t is nothing but equal to e raised to minus 84 into 334 is a constant. If you integrate this part, it will be e raised to 34 upon 84 plus k into e raised to minus of 84 into t. Base is same and the power is opposite. If you add them, it will be e raised to 0. So anything raised to 0, you need to write as 1. So the equation of I of t which you get is 324 divided by 84. So value which you get is 3.97 plus k into e raised to minus 84. Now I need to find the value for k. If I need to find the value for k, I need to put t equal to 0. So it will be equal to I of 0 equal to 3.97 plus k, anything raised to 0 is 1. So I of 0, put the value for I of 0 in the above equation. If you observe carefully, the I of 0 is nothing but your I1. So if you observe carefully, the value for I1 of 0 you got from t equal to 0 plus condition. So in t equal to 0 plus condition, the value for I1 is nothing but equal to 0. So your k will be equal to minus 3.97. Put the value of k in the above equation. So your I1 of t will be equal to 3.97 bracket minus 3.97 into e raised to minus 84t. So your I1 of t will be equal to 3.97 bracket 1 minus e raised to minus 84t amperes. So after getting the I1 of t value, let's go for I2 of t, because I need to find I1 of t as well as I2 of t in the following equation. For finding I2 of t, put this equation in equation number b, which you got earlier. So your equation number b which you got was I2 of t is equal to 100 minus 10 I1 of t upon 50. So I2 of t is nothing but equal to 100 divided by 15 minus 10 divided by 15. The value of I1 of t which you got is 3.97 bracket 1 minus e raised to minus 84t. To simplify this term, so you'll get the value for I2. So this is nothing but 100 divided by 15. The value which you get is 6.66 minus 10 divided by 15. The value which you get is 0.66 bracket, it's 3.97, 1 minus e raised to minus 84t whole bracket close. To simplify it, so I2 of t is nothing but equal to 6.66 multiply 3.97 into 0.66. The value which you get is minus 2.62 bracket 1 minus e raised to minus 84 into t. Again, further if you want to simplify, open the bracket, so you will be getting 6.66 minus 2.62 plus 2.62 into e raised to minus 84 into t. To simplify this term, so I2 of t equal to was 6.66 minus 2.62. The value which you got is 4.04 plus 2.62 e raised to minus 84 into t. That's the value of I2 which you got after simplifying the equation. So I hope you got the sum. The only difference in this sum on previous side was that in previous side you only had to find I1, and in this case you had to find I1 and I2. So make it sure at a time you can only find one term. So the hint is that whichever term you get in differential form, so that term you need to start with first. Since in this equation we got d1 upon dt first, right? You won't be getting d1 upon dt as well as di2 upon dt. Never. Either you will be getting d1 upon dt, either you will be getting di2 upon dt. So whichever you get, do that first, obtain that equation and substitute the value as we did. So you'll be getting the second part as well. Okay. I hope you got this sum. Keep practicing. Signing off. Thank you.